Hello student, today I have brought a video for you on the topic of heating effect of electric current. In this video we will discuss about the heating effect of electric current, Joule's law of heating and electric power and commercial unit of electric energy, that is the kilowatt hour. That will be discussed in this video. So you watch the video carefully to clear your concept on this topic. To understand the heating effect of electric current, we consider some example how the electric energy converted into heat. When fans moves for a long time, the body of the fans become warm. Some part of electric energy, a maximum part of electric energy, consumed in rotating the blade of the fan, and a fractional part of energy is converted into heat, so that after some time the heat is produced. But the production heat is not desirable in moving a fan. But it happened a small fraction of electric current converted into heat apart from the consumed energy for moving the fan. Another example, when TV is operated for a long time, then the cabinet of the TV become warm. It also happened that a fractional part of electric energy converted into heat, that is the heating effect of electric current, but it is not desirable. Well, heat production in the TV when you operate is not desirable. On the fan it is not desirable. In the case of fan it is not desirable. But sometimes we desire to the heating effect of electric current for the obtaining heat, that we used in the electric iron, heater, toaster, geyser, etc. When the heat energy is required. So we will discuss first how the electric energy convert into heat. The effect of electric energy are various. Suppose that electric energy can produce magnetic effect, electric energy can produce heating effect, electric energy can produce magnetic effect, electric energy can produce chemical effect. Similarly, we will discuss only on this video only the heating effect of electric current. How the heat produced by the electric energy. When electric circuit is purely resistive, it means that when circuit is purely resistive, like it is a resistor, but when it become purely resistive, that means purely resistive, that a long number of resistors is connected in the circuit, like that. This type of configuration we seen in the heater, and the circuit is completed, then the total electric energy that supplied to the resistors due to the creation of potential difference converted into heat, and we get here the total electric energy in the form of heat. This is known as the heating effect of electric current. It is described like here. If the electric circuit is purely resistive, that is a configuration of resistors are connected in the circuit, that a configuration only resistive, then the source energy continually get dissipated. Source energy, what is the source energy? Source energy is the generator, would be the generator or battery, or our daily home electric supply. That is the source energy. Continually get dissipated, continually gets consumed. Dissipate means consumed entirely in the form of heat. Total heat energy, total electric energy that supplied by the source energy get dissipated, get consumed in the resistors and appear as a heat, and entirely appear as in the form of heat. This is known as the heating effect of electric current. This effect is utilized in many heating devices that you have seen, like electric iron, electric heater, and geyser etc. And in this devices, heat is desirable, so the total electric energy converted into heat, and it is expressed in the term of some fundamentals quantity that we'll discuss in the next. Now, to find the expression, to derive the expression for the heat produced by the electric current, we have discussed about this point. First, we know what do we mean by the potential difference. What is the concept of potential difference in an electric circuit? Look here. Potential difference, when a resistor is joined in a circuit, electric circuit, it is positive terminal, it is negative terminal, and it is resistance. When the circuit is joined with the battery, then across the resistor, across the terminal of the battery or resistor that is joined, create a potential difference V. Due to the creation of potential difference, electric current flow from positive to negative terminal. Direction of current is it is supposed, but the electron flow negative terminal to positive terminal. But the direction of current, conventionally, it is supposed that the current direction of current to be taken as the from the positive terminal to negative terminal. Now, when current is passed through the resistors, due to the fraction of electrons with the ions present in the conductor, create heat energy, and if that electric circuit is purely resistive, then the total energy supplied by the source of current get converted into heat, and this is expressed in the term of W is equal to V into Q. W is the work done that provided by the source energy, and by the definition of potential difference here, it is the potential difference, we can define the potential difference as the work done by charge. See the idea, work done by charge, and work done is equal to V into Q. Work done is performed by the source of current, that produce, it is the source of current that produce some effect in the circuit. That is the source of current, and electric energy is converted in the heat, and we can measure the work done by the source energy in the term of V into Q. This is the potential difference, and if the Q coulombs of charge flow from this point to this point, now the work done by the source of current W is equal to V into Q. V is the potential difference across the resistors, and Q is the charge that flow under the potential difference through this resistors. This equation we use to find the expression for the heat energy produced in the resistor. In the next video, next slide, we will explain it. Now, here, electric energy supplied by the source energy, the battery, in the term of potential difference and charge, that we discussed. W is equal to V into Q in the term of potential difference to charge. Potential difference between the 2 points in electric circuit defined as the potential difference between 2 points in electric circuit is the amount of work done in moving a unit positive charge here from one point to another point. Now, by the definition of potential, W is equal to V by Q. From the expression we get W is equal to V into Q. W is the work done by the source of current. Now, from the definition of current, we know that I is equal to, I may be written as flow of charge, amount of flow of charge per unit time. That is, I is equal to Q by T. So, when we convert Q is equal to I into T, we get that Q is equal to, Q may be converted into total charge, it is the charge, and I is the current flowing for the time t, then Q is equal to IT. Now, if you put the value here, put the value Q is equal to IT that we have just obtained. Q is equal to IT, we get W is equal to VIT, and we can write W is equal to VIT. It is the main expression, that the work done by the source of current. But this amount of work done that is performed by the source of current equal to the electric energy supplied by the source energy battery to the circuit. The work done by the source of current is equal to the amount of energy supplied to the resistor under the potential difference. So this energy get dissipated, the energy supplied by the source of current get dissipated in the form of heat, and thus for static current I, the heat amount of heat produced in the resistor in time t is given by H is equal to W is equal to, we get W is equal to VIT, and W is equivalent to H, heat. W is also energy and heat is also energy. So H is equal to VIT. That is, both are same thing. W is the work done by the source of energy, and the work done is equal to the electric energy supplied by the source of current, and it is appeared, this total energy appeared as a heat in the resistor in the term of, heat energy can be expressed in the term of VIT. V is the potential difference across the resistor, I is the current flowing through the resistors, and T for the time t. There are three quantity that express the heat produced in the resistors, that is given. Now we will discuss about next slide what is the meaning of Joule's law of heating. The expression that we get in the last slide, that H is equal to VIT, Now VIT is the basic expression of the heat produced in the circuit. Now V is the potential difference, I is the current flowing the circuit through the resistors, T is the time. Now from Ohm's law we know that V is equal to IR. If we put the value V in H, we get is equal to H is equal to, here V is equal to IR into IT. We get here I square RT. Another type of expression for the heat produced in the circuit. Now H is equal to I square RT. Now heat produced is converted in the term of current and resistance and T. No, I square RT. But basic expression is H is equal to VIT. Same things. H produced is expressed in the term of potential difference, current and I, and another expression is heat produced is called I square RT. And we will discuss this I square RT. This I square RT, H is equal to I square RT, is the mathematical statement or explanation of Joule's law of heating. And what Joule's law of heating we will discuss in this slide. Here, this law, Joule's law of heating, this law implies that the heat produced in a resistor is directly proportional. Here H is equal to I square RT. That means H is directly proportional to I square, H is directly proportional to R, and H is directly proportional to T. But when H is directly proportional to I square, then RT is constant. When H is directly proportional to R, then I and T is constant. IT constant. And when H is directly proportional to T, then R, I and R constant. That is given in the explanation of the Joule's law of heating. Here, the law implies that the heat produced in a resistor is directly proportional to square of the current for a given resistance and time, and directly proportional to the resistance for a given current and time, and directly proportional to the time for which the current flow through the resistance. Therefore, three part of this equation, H is directly proportional to here, H is directly proportional to I, H is directly proportional to I square, when what is constant? R and T constant, R and T constant here, and H is directly proportional to R when I and T constant, and H directly proportional to T when I and R constant. This is the explanation of the heating effect of electric current of the expression H is equal to I square RT. It is the explanation of heat due to Joule's law of heating. Now, next slide we will discuss about what is the meaning of here. Joule, Prescott Joule, is the inventor of the heating effect of electricity. His figure is like that. Now, we will discuss about next slide electric power. What does it mean, electric power? Electric power, we know that electric power is rate of doing work. Rate of doing work. What does it mean, rate of doing work? Rate of doing work means W is equal to T. When work done is divided by T, work done is divided, or we get the rate of doing work. Rate of consumption energy when H is divided, that is H or E divided by E divided by T. It is energy. And rate of transfer T is also energy transferred than E by T. That means we can say that energy power is equal to, we can say power is equal to energy dissipated by time. Now, energy, we get here energy may be work done, energy may be heat produced. So, power may be expressed by the heating effect of electric current in the term of heating effect of electric current, like that. Heat is also energy, work done is also. So, we can write that power like P is equal to, power for P is equal to W by T, or P is equal to H by T. H and W are same things. That will discuss how get the expression of power in the term of potential difference and joules per second. It is given. Now, if you get here, what is the unit of W? W is joule, watt and joule, and T is equal to time. Joule per second, the unit may be the power. Now, detail we discuss in the next slide. Now, we get the expression for electric power. Equation here, equation W is equal to VIT, VIT may be written as also I square RT, and also it is written in the term of potential. If I square, here I square, V square, I square, I is equal to V by R, so V square by R square, and here R here, and here T. Now, ultimate value, what is the resultant value of V square by here, we get here W is equal to One equation is VIT. VIT. Another expression is I square RT, and another expression also V square R by T. Work done is expressed in the term of VIT, I square RT and V square RT. Now, we also know that the W is equal to H. So, H is equal to, so we can write that H is equal to, that is the H is equal to VIT, H is equal to I square RT and H is equal to V square by R by T. Now, if this is divided by time, W or H is divided by time, now we get the another types of quantity known as power. Now, so the power can be expressed in the following expression like that. Here W by T is equal to VIT by T, so P is equal to VI. The basic and P is equal to VI. V for potential is I for electric current. And again P is equal to I R. Now if you put the value here, again we can also like that. If H is equal to, we can also write here H is equal to I square R T. If T is omitted, T is divided here, both sides, we get P is equal to I square RT. I square RT. R only, I square R. And T is cancelled. Similarly, P can be also expressed in the term of V square by R. There are three expressions for the power. First, V is equal to I, P is equal to IT, P is equal to VI. Second expression I square R, T is cancelled here. T is cancelled, I square R, and third expression V square bar. Three expression for the power would be here. P is equal to first is equal to V into T, V into I. Second is equal to I square R, and third is equal to here V square R. Here three expression for the power. Here it is given by P is equal to V bar. Now V square bar here, and P is equal to I square R, P is equal to VI. Thus, if H is divided by T, we get the P. H is divided, the H value of H is equal to this VIT, I square RT. With T is removed from this expression, we get the power of the expression. Now, here, equation VIT expresses the idea about the rate at which the energy is transferred or consumed or dissipated in the electric circuit. This is termed as the electric power. And electric power P is given by P is equal to VI, P is equal to I square R, P is equal to V square bar. That is the expression for the electric power. Now, we will discuss about what is the unit of power. Unit of power. Unit. The SI unit of power is watt. What is watt here? Watt is equal to, basically watt is equal to P, power of unit of power. P is equal to, if W by T, so we can say that W by T, so power is equal to joule per second. And joule per second is known as the watt. Joule per second is equal to watt. It is the SI unit of power. Now, watt is the electric energy consumed. What is watt here? 1 watt is the electric energy consumed in a device that carries a 1 ampere of current when operated under the potential difference of 1 volt. Like here also we have discussed about P is equal to V into I, or P is equal to W by T also. On the both expression we can define power in two ways. Because P may be expressed in the term of VI, or P may be expressed in the term of joule per second. So power may be defined like that in two ways. In first way here, look here, the 1 watt. 1 watt is the electric energy consumed by a device. If device consume or draw 1 ampere of current from the source of energy operated under the potential difference of V, then the power of the appliances, power of the devices is said to be 1 watt. The 1 watt is equal to 1 volt into 1 ampere. 1 volt, 1 watt is equal to 1 volt into ampere. Now 1 watt is equal to 1 V into I, 1 volt into A, 1A. Now P is equal to also W by T. Thus 1 watt power is also defined as the power and electric appliances if 1 joule of electric energy is consumed by it in 1 second. Thus 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. So 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second, and the bigger unit of power is kilowatt, megawatt and gigawatt. That will be now I'm going to discuss like that. Okay. Now there are two units, there are two expression of the power. Here P is equal to VI. So 1 watt may be also expressed that 1 watt is equal to 1 volt into 1 ampere, and also P is equal to W by T. So P 1 watt, it is the P 1 watt. 1 watt is the power is equal to 1 joule per second. 1 joule of energy, if is 1 joule of energy is consumed by appliance in 1 second, then the power of the appliance is said to be 1 watt. So 1 watt is converted, 1 watt expressed in the term of VI and W by T. In two way power can be defined, but the unit of power, SI unit of power is watt. Both is the expression of the watt. Now, next, here one thing also discuss the bigger unit of power. P is equal to megawatt. Megawatt, that means mg mega mw megawatt. Megawatt is equal to 10 to the power minus plus 3 watt is equal to 3 watt. And gigawatt, megawatt, gigawatt is equal to GW1 gigawatt is equal to 10 to the power megawatt is equal to 6 here, and gigawatt is equal to 9, and kilowatt is the smaller than the megawatt and gigawatt. Kilowatt kW is equal to 10 to the power 3 watt. It is the expression, the larger unit of power. Bigger unit of power kilowatt, that is the 10 to the power 3 watt. Here the megawatt, that is the 10 to the power 6 watt, and gigawatt is the 10 to the power 9 watt. No. Here it is given 1 kilowatt is equal to 10 to the 3 watt, 1 megawatt is equal to 10 to the 6 watt, 1 gigawatt is the information. Now, one unit also power is that commercial unit of power is horsepower, that is 1 HP, or 1 HP is equal to 746 watt, that is equal to 1 watt is equal to joule per second. So 740 watt is equal to 746 joule and is equal to 1 HP. Now, next slide we will discuss about what is the commercial unit of electric rating of electric appliance. It is most important. All the appliances has rated in the term of electric power and the potential difference under which it operates. All electric appliances and rated. It is written written on the electric bulb. So also here 60 watt. It is the power. Also mentioned here 220 volt. This is the rating of the electric bulb. Similarly, electric iron also written as like that. Electric iron is also written here 1000 or 500 watt, 1000 watt, and here 220 volt. What does it mean? It means when an electric iron whose power is rated as 1000 watt and 220 is expressed that when electric iron operated, it draw 1000 joules of electric energy in 1 second under operated in the 220 volt. It is given here. Now look here, a bulb rated to 100 watt 250 means it consumes 100 joules of electric energy. 100 joules of electric in 1 second. 1000 watt means when it is operated, it consumes 1000 joules of electric energy 1 second. So 1000 watt or 220 volt, but the active appliances is operated in the 220 volt. It is the constant. So the power is mentioned in every appliances, so that we guess how much electric energy the appliances draw when operated and in time. It is given in the rating of the power. That we give the concept how the appliances consume the electric energy. Now, next slide, we will discuss about commercial unit of electric energy. The electric energy is joule, but joule is not measured for the electric energy. Some other unit we use for the measure of electric energy, that is the kilowatt hour or 1 unit. Our electric energy measured in the term of unit, and the electricity bill is also sent by the electric board in unit. How much unit of electric energy our home consume in a month, it is given in the term of unit. That we will discuss here. Energy expressed. What is energy? Energy is expressed in the product of, as a product of power and time. When P into T, when P into multiply by T, we get the E. We get E, that is the H, that is E, energy. And we convert the power, product of power into time in the form of energy. And energy can be expressed as a product of power and time. Energy expressed as a product of power and time. Okay. Now, if 1 watt is multiplied by 1 second, in 1 watt is multiplied, we get the energy of 1 joule. So 1 watt, if 1 watt is multiplied by 1 second, we get 1 joule. And so electric energy expressed in the term of watt second. Watt second, that means 1 watt second is equal to 1 joule. 1 watt second is equal to 1 joule. But watt second is a very small electric energy. Very small, it is not practically used. So the commercial unit of electric energy, kilowatt hour. That is the very important things. Kilowatt hour. Kilo, KW, K small, W, and I is small. A kilowatt hour. It is also known as 1 unit of electric energy. 1 unit of electric energy. That the energy we consume in our home measure in the term of unit, not kilowatt hour, but the 1 unit of electric energy is also 1 kilowatt. Now we can define that, make a conversion that the 1 kilowatt hour is equal to how much joule. It is converted here. 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watt. 1000 watt, it is obvious. And when 1000 watt is multiplied watt second, that is the hour is equal to 3600 second, 3600 second. Now we get here 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 here. 3612345 into watt second. And watt second, what do you mean watt second? Just we have discussed. Watt second is equal to joule. So if we retain in the standard form, we get 3.6 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 to the power 6 joule. So we can say that the 1 kilowatt, that is the 1 unit of energy, 1 unit of electric energy is equal to 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joules of electric energy. That is the conversion of 1 unit into 1 joule. Now, next slide, we discuss about the magnetic effect of electric current. During this slide we have discussed about the heating effect of electric current. Okay, thank you.